Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Brandon. Welcome to Audio Addiction, where you can find latest album reviews, you can find our band interviews, and you can find live coverage of the concerts that we get. I'll be posting an interview with Visenya on Friday. They are a great New Jersey band. Amazing stuff from them. I also posted an interview with Your Persona on Monday, so definitely check that out as well. I'll also be posting an album review of a band called Castles from British Columbia. They're putting out an EP this Friday as well, along with the Wonder Years. I'm considering doing that, so let me know in the comments what you think about that. And if you enjoyed what I was just talking about now, please subscribe. Please hit that thumbs up. It really goes a long way, and thank you guys for your immense support. But tonight, we're going to be talking about Underoath's new record, Erase Me. So the kings of post-hardcore and metalcore are back. It's been a really great ride for them as of recently. I went to go catch them when they did Define the Great Line and They're Only Chasing Safety back to back, and I missed out on them with Bring Me the Horizon, but I will be catching them at Launch Conference coming up in a couple weeks, along with their headliner as well. So I'm really stoked to check out how they sound. I've saw them with Aaron on the first run of the tour, but I'd love to hear the new stuff and hear how it plays out live. But we're gonna be talking about the new record here. I'm really stoked to get into it, and I hope you guys like the review, and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I'd really like to know what you think about this record. But I'm gonna go through each track, give you my thoughts and opinions on it, give some pros and cons on the record, and then finish it out with an overall rating. So the first track is It Has to Start Somewhere. What I really find appealing about this track is just the amazing drumming from Aaron. If you are not familiar with his work, really go back and listen to their back catalog. It's seriously so cool, and I've always loved and appreciate the way he's drummed, and just seeing him live is just a whole nother thing. He's just so energetic, so powerful, and he's just an amazing drummer. So definitely enjoy that. I feel like it's something that sticks out in this song in particular. The instrumentals along with the drumming is really good as well. Some interesting aspects of the song is that the vocals are primarily handled by Spencer, and he has this really great just grit to his voice, and just the way he is able to kind of manipulate how he sounds, whether it be like in a scream or kind of a yell, or just kind of cleans it up. I think he really finds a great balance between all of those things. Aaron does some vocals, I believe, in the second verse of the song, but again, he rides it so well between that line of cleans and screams, that I feel like you wouldn't get misconstrued with it anybody else. I love the energy that this track brings, and I definitely feel like it's one of the best songs off this record without a doubt. So we're gonna move into track number 2, which is Rapture. I wasn't initially sold on this track. I feel like it has really grown on me. I've probably listened to this album maybe about 10 or 15 times now, and as you're watching this, I probably have listened to it, maybe 3 or 4 more times after this, but I feel like it's definitely grown on me. There's more of a focus on the electronics from Chris's end for sure, and I like how it brings a cool atmosphere to the song. I definitely feel like this one takes very much cues from Bring Me the Horizon, especially with That's the Spirit. I feel like it has that sorts of vibe to it as well. Just the way that they were able to combine sort of heavier elements with electronics, and it doesn't always have to necessarily be all about screaming. So I feel like it really worked out in this song. I also feel like this one has more of a radio appeal to it as well. I could see this being on like Sirius Octane or something. Just maybe like probably not something like on like a local radio station, but I could see it being on like a heavier sort of station for sure. And I like that this one has more of a darker undertone to it. I feel like that is a common thread throughout this record, is that the lyricism is a little bit darker. The sonic vibes kind of carry that along with it too. So I feel like they kind of are like in tandem together, and it offers a unique parallel to these songs. So I'm gonna move it on to track number 3, which is On My Teeth. This was the first single, and what got me really hyped on this record. I feel like this one absolutely rips. I love the chaoticness of it, and it definitely brought back older Underoath vibes to me. Being a fan of this band for such a long time, it's really cool and refreshing to see that they still want to write heavier tracks. I feel like this record in particular isn't filled with a ton of heavy tracks, but the heavy tracks on this record are really good. So definitely enjoyed that. I like the trades off between Spencer and Aaron in the chorus. I think it was really cool, and it's definitely something that I've been missing personally, as well as I'm sure a lot of you have been missing just vocally. They're just such a great duo, and I've always loved that about this band. The energy definitely brings this song to an awesome level, and the instrumentals really stick out as well. I feel like the bridge part is really unique as well too, with the gang vocals that they got going on there. I thought that was really a unique part in the song. So we're gonna move into track number 4, which is Wake Me. I don't know particularly, but I feel like every time I listen to this song, I get that Chiodos vibe from it. It might be just the piano, because Chiodos has that big piano influence on it, but I like that they traded this sort of aggressiveness of their past lives in kind of traded in for catchier melodies. This one really has a great catchiness to it. It kind of took me off guard. It was a little bit surprising because for me, I'm always used to the more the older stuff where it's very chaotic, it's very intense. This one just seems like a solidly written song, which kind of feels very different from what I'm used to and what I assume a lot of other fans are, not used to as well. It has that, it almost feels like a 180 in terms of sonic, sounds, in terms of just what they're doing with the songs. But I like what they're doing. I think it is a really unique track. It's really catchy, and again, the darker undertones really come back in this song. And I think it's just because of that Chiodos like piano vibes that I really enjoy this song. So we're gonna move into track number 5, which is Bloodlust. This track shows off more of the melodic tendencies, and I feel like a lot of these songs show off a lot more of the melodicness of what they've been going through. Obviously, it's been a while since their previous record, Disambiguation, which was even not with Aaron, so it's been even longer still. And I feel like bringing him rejoining the band and the band getting back together essentially really has changed up the dynamics and brought in different aspects. I mean, Spencer has Sleepwave, Aaron's done his solo stuff, so it's really unique in that aspect. I feel like the song definitely picks up more specifically in the chorus, and I feel like the melodic tendencies of the song are more prominent in the verses. I feel like there's more of a focus on electronics and just an overall ambience in the song. There are more softer moments in the song, which again is another sort of interesting aspect of Underoath, and something that I was not expecting. But I feel like the chorus is absolutely the strongest point of this song and is probably one of my favorite choruses off the entire record, definitely, without a doubt. So we're gonna move into track number 6, which is Sync With You. The build up in the intro is really cool, then it loses some steam, I feel like, in the verses. In the pre-chorus, I like that Spencer kind of takes the reins of this song and offers and then Aaron offers some backing vocals with Spencer in this pre-chorus part. Based off the intro, I feel like the song would have carried that same sort of energy and just power. So it's kind of a letdown in that regard that the energy level kind of just dissipated a little bit. I also feel like I would have loved it if it was a little bit heavier, if it went more in that, metalcore, even in that post-hardcore range. I felt like it would just fish off better. There is this cool break, and I like how the song kind of, fades out and kind of does this interesting, heavier vibe to the song. I know that they can do heavy stuff, and they have done heavy stuff on this record, but it just feels I feel like this is just a learning album. I feel like a lot of people are gonna fall off on this record, and I think they're gonna pick up a lot of new fans. So, for me, I like the change. I think it's refreshing considering that they've been away for so long. So we're gonna move into track number 7, which is "I Hate It." But in this song, I feel like it drags. The reason that I feel like it drags is that it doesn't have any really interesting melodies going on, and there really aren't any chord changes. It feels like the songs bleed, the parts in the song bleed together, and there isn't anything that really drawed me into this song. I think the lyricism in this song definitely hits home for me for sure, and is probably a reason why I will give this song more listens to kind of hopefully bring out those vibes. But ultimately, I feel like the bridge definitely makes this track interesting and breaks up the sort of lack of change throughout this song. So we're going to move into track number 8, which is "Hold Your Breath." This one brings up the energy level for sure. From "I Hate It." The melodies and the heaviness brings a uniqueness to this track as well, and I feel like it hits its peak in the chorus. This is a solidly written song. I feel like it definitely combines aspects of a lot of the songs that I love off this record, and it's definitely a solid one. I don't know if I quite put in my favorites as of yet. Just because I feel like there's a lack of cohesiveness in this song. But I like the energy vibes that this song brings, and then it kind of brings up the energy after "I Hate It." So we're going to move into track number 9, which is "No Frame." The intro is really cool. I love what Chris was doing in this song, and I like that the verses in this song really highlight Grant, their bass player. He has more of a pronounced role in the verses, which is a unique, melody change, a unique, energy swap, and I really enjoy that. The song really highlights Chris's electronic prowess. I feel like it is really centered around him and just the way he's able to write, either some really cool synth or just unique elements to the song. And I love the bridge in this song. It really hits with a real punch. It has this awesome kind of like synth layered, it almost feels like a wall. It's really kind of weird to elaborate on, but I love the creativity. I think it's really creative, and it just works out beautifully. So we're going to move into track number 10, which is "In Motion." I love the trade-offs between Spencer and Aaron in the verses of this song, much like a previous track off the record, but I feel like this one does it much better. The chorus has a great catchiness to it and a melody that will ring in your head. Absolutely. The track definitely utilizes the band in the best capacity. It has some moments of heavy, has some moments of melodicness, and it really works. I love the structure of the song, and I think it has a great swing and a great catchiness to it. So we're going to move it into the last track number 11, which is "I Gave Up." This one brings back those sort of darker vibes as well, along with this sort of ominous piano with Spencer's vocals at the intro. I like how the song builds. It gets better with each kind of passing second or moment in the song. And I feel like it also utilizes the band in the best way. I think even more so than "In Motion." It really has a cool synth layer to it. The electronics really don't overshadow everything, and they don't kind of take over everything in the song. It just works out, and there's some great moments of that. Spencer's vocals sound really sick on this song as well, and then Aaron kind of adds his little parts here and there throughout the song. I definitely feel like they found the proper balance of heavy and melodicness in this song, and it's just a powerful way to end off this record. I think it hits with a really cool force, and it definitely get you excited to listen through to the record. So some pros and cons that I have about it. It's got a really good amount of diversity throughout the record. It's really good to hear Spencer and Aaron working together again vocally. I think it sounds great. But a con to the vocals, I feel like there wasn't enough Aaron throughout the record. I feel like Spencer really kind of took the reins, which is totally cool. I love his vocals as well, but I would have loved to hear more of Aaron's vocals. If they did some cool like harmonization parts, that would be even cooler as well. There are some songs that kind of take some older elements of their band and kind of make it new, make it fresh. I like that they're, no pun intended, reinventing their sound. I think that, again, within what they've been doing for such a long time, I think that they've really kind of, done something different, something unique. And I know that older fans of their band aren't really going to enjoy this record, but I think if you're like me and you've been a fan of them for a while, I would really go into it with an open mind. Like I said, it's not really heavy, and there are some heavy tracks off the record, but I think it's just a diary into how they felt and their emotions. I think if you listen to this record lyrically, it really strikes a chord with me personally, and I think a lot of you that will listen to this record. I think it's more about the lyricism and the painting that it the picture that it paints. I messed up the wording, but you get my point. I feel like it is more about the actual painting, rather than I think it's more about the process than rather than the painting. I think that you have to take into consideration they've been a band for such a long time and they want to do something that's different, and I appreciate that as a fan of the band, even before Aaron left and after Aaron left. I think that they've really strive to do something different, and I think they came out with something pretty interesting and unique. So my overall rating for Underoath's Erase Me, I'm going to be giving it a 9.3 out of 10. I think it's one that you should go check out. If you've been a fan of them for a long time, if you're an old fan, if you're a new fan, go check them out. I think these songs really kind of hit the gambit of everything. There are some heavier tracks, there are some more electronic heavier tracks, there's some soft tracks, there's some melodic tracks. There's a good mix of everything, and to go into it thinking that you're going to be getting They're Only Chasing Safety, you're going to get a Define the Great Line, or Lost in the Sound of Separation, or Disambiguation. I feel like you would be doing yourself a disservice by not listening to it, by assuming that it's not going to sound like that. They really came out with a solid record, and I think that is one that everybody should go listen to. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments on this record. I know it comes out on Friday and it's a little early, but if you happen to listen to it earlier, let me know in the comments what you think about it. Do you agree with my opinion? Do you disagree? I'd love to have some back and forth banter about it, because it definitely feels like, to me, I love that Underoath's back. I love that they are still doing stuff and that they still want to make music for all of us. So definitely go pick it up if you get the chance to. I'm excited to go check them out at launch and on their headliner with Dance Gavin Dance, Veil of Maya, and Limbs. So if you enjoyed this review, please subscribe. Please hit that thumbs up. It goes a long way. Thank you guys so much for your support. And I hope to be talking with you soon. Peace. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Of course, if you enjoy what we do, make sure to go check out the other series we do. We do album reviews, we do band interviews, and we do live videos, so definitely go check that out. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps our channel, helps us grow. Make sure to hit that like button as well. Go follow us on social media. That's all down below. We try to keep that as updated as possible. We also made a new website where we'll be posting photos of upcoming concerts and stuff like that, which you can go check out at audioaddictionmedia.com, and come get your fix with us, guys. Talk to you later. Deuces.